Live tonight, activists and those living in South Memphis are furious about air quality issues and the health risk they argue one company poses in the predominantly black community. Stephen Reels joins us live from South Memphis. Stephen, it's been more than 6 months since this came to our attention and to neighbors, despite the EPA last year identifying an elevated cancer risk for those living near the sterilization services of Tennessee on Florida Street. Not much seems to have been done, correct?
Yeah, Brad, people are really mad right now, and they're demanding faster action from local government. But the funny thing is local government and local officials are agreeing with that fact, but right now they're saying their hands are tied. In fact, the Shelby County Health Department said in a statement that while they can enforce the Clean Air Act from the EPA, right now the sterilization services of Tennessee don't exceed those regulations, and their emissions, they say they're okay. But some people aren't buying that. There's not more legally that can be done. And in fact, there are actually ordinances in place that can help the health department do so.
You can look at Section 912A and 912B of our municipal code that empowers the Shelby County Health Department to do something when there's an imminent threat. 60 times more cancerous? That is as imminent a threat to public health as I have ever heard.
Now, the health department does say that the EPA is working to expand the regulations for the Clean Air Act so that it can improve and reduce the kind of ethylene oxide emissions that do exist in neighborhoods like South Memphis. However, when these updates will happen is still unclear. But the health department did say they are going to work as quickly as possible in order to move things along when that does happen. However, right now that still poses a problem for neighborhoods like South Memphis. Too much exposure to ethylene oxide emissions, that can lead to cancer. And unfortunately, that's been a trend for a lot of people in the South Memphis neighborhood. We actually get a chance to hear from one of the survivors coming up later tonight and what actions they're calling for. But for now, live in South Memphis, I'm Stephen Reels.